What's going on? What's up, the nation? It's your man, C. Dougie, coming to you talking about NFL hot takes today, man. I appreciate everybody that tried to join us last night. Due to technical difficulties, we did have to end the live. Shout out to my guy, JC, that did pull up. We will be back next week. He does have some things he needs to take care of and will be traveling out of town. Again, I appreciate you, JC. Also, I appreciate everybody that showed up to the live. Giving you what we were trying to give you last night, coming from C. Doug's perspective. Again, shout out everybody that joined us last night. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video for us, leave a comment as well. Like I said, we love the comments over here. What's up, Doug? We definitely like to hear the feedback of the videos, what you guys think on the takes that we bring over here. What's up, Doug? But we're going to jump right into it. As you see on the thumbnail, you have Justin Fields, you have Lamar Jackson, you have Jalen Hurts, you have Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and my quarterback, Bryce Young. Yes, the schedule does come out today. We will talk about the games that are already out there. How do they impact particular teams? I know people are sitting here saying, oh, certain teams have easier schedules. That's going off of the team's record from the previous year going into this year. So most of these teams are not the same exact teams because people did add acquisitions throughout the draft and through free agency. But let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Shout out to Lamar Jackson being the highest paid player in the NFL now. I'm actually glad he got his money. A lot of people did not think he'll sit there and get his money due to him being his own agent. And if you think about it, I think he did get blackballed at the same time, but I do think he deserves the money. I just need the Baltimore Ravens to sit here and put weapons around this young man. Yes, you got Zay Flowers out of the draft. Yes, you have J.K. Dobbins. Yes, you have Mark Andrews. Yes, you signed Odell Beckham. But allow this young man to show his talents. A lot of people thought he was going to be a wide receiver or a running back, but he won an MVP. That means a lot. Yes, I know Cam Newton won an MVP, but didn't win a ring. But being an MVP of a league, that's a accolade that a lot of people wish they could get. Not offensive player of the year, again, an MVP. So I'm expecting big things from Lamar Jackson this year with the Baltimore Ravens, with their new OC as well. I'm just hoping he stays healthy and he's able to actually showcase when they give you weapons what this young man can do. Yes, Aaron Rodgers finally a Jet. What else is there to say? I'm actually glad that he is a Jet because we don't have to play him when the Green Bay Packers do visit the Carolina Panthers in the bank. Shout out to Jordan Love. He has the same opportunity that Aaron Rodgers had sitting behind Brett Favre and all the other quarterbacks he had to sit behind and get his opportunity. I do think Aaron Rodgers does bring a veteran leadership that needs to be handled and needed in the Jets organization and in that building. Yes, they did have a nasty defense. Yes, they sat here and drafted Zach Wilson. Yes, they had White. Yes, they had other quarterbacks. I think they had Flacco as well, if I'm not mistaken. But just for them to sit here and have a quarterback or the prestige of a quarterback, the diva, like people like to call Aaron Rodgers, to be behind center, it does help them with wins. It's going to help them with TV games as well. With the schedule coming out later this afternoon, they're going to get a lot of exposure because of the market and Aaron Rodgers being who he is. He has a tough task. You had the Buffalo Bills, who made a playoff run. You do have the Miami Dolphins with Tua and their potent offense that they have. And you still do have Bill Belichick and the Patriots. So I'm not going to sit here and just say Aaron Rodgers is going to sit here and take off or sit here and, oh, yes, crown him the AFC champion. No, you have a harder task to go through the AFC, my guy. The NFC, yeah, you had Philadelphia. You might have Minnesota, Cowboys, whoever. But now you're going to the gauntlet of going through quarterbacks and going through teams that you're going to sit here and have to bring the New York Jets back to the playoffs. I'm happy for it because, again, that's where he wanted to go. I think he didn't really want to be in Green Bay anymore. It was like, you're paying my money, but I'm not in love with Matt LaFleur and how you guys traded Deontay Adams to the Raiders. So he gets what he wants. He gets a veteran team. He has a great defense to help him on the opposite side of the ball. So the Jets will win games. I'm not going to sit here and crown them, but you guys can crown them as well, man. Let's go ahead and jump into My Panthers, man. Schedule's coming out later today. There's already been reports out there that we play the Falcons. If that is the case, that we do play the Falcons, I love it. I love it. Not upset at all. Rivalry game, be 1-0 in the division. Have Bryce Young get a taste of that rivalry, that nasty rivalry on 85. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. He does have to show me things, and he will start showing me things on Friday when minicamp does start. I expect him to sit there and show, even with the rookies, reason why we sat there and drafted this man number one, from leadership in the huddle to him guiding his receivers and him just taking over the offense. Regardless if it's minicamp, this man is going to show preparation from step one all the way to the end of the season. He said he's going to give us everything he has, and I believe this young man. I'm glad to call Bryce Young my quarterback. But if we're going to jump into the schedule, man, it's just a couple of games that I'm really hoping the NFL does sit there and allow us to have some type of exposure this upcoming season. If you look at it, we have the Houston Texans, who drafted number 2 right behind us. We have them coming to the bank, coming to Charlotte. Then you sit there and have the Chicago Bears away that traded their number 1 pick. They got DJ Moore. They got Deontay Foreman. That should be another TV game for Carolina. Then you do have the Dallas Cowboys at home or the Green Bay Packers. I am expecting Carolina. If you look on our screen right now, I'm really expecting possibly 3 TV games. If we get 3 TV games, I will be ecstatic, because that gives us exposure and it shows the product of Frank Reich and what Bryce Young does. And we also had the number 1 pick. Yes, I know we have to take that trip to Florida, out, not including the Buccaneers, but when you have Jacksonville and the Dolphins, that is a tour of Florida, also playing Tampa Bay, that's in our division. You do have the up-and-coming Detroit Lions. Deuce Staley will be back in Detroit to play against his former boss, and Campbell. Then you do have Seattle. Will be tough. We did beat them last year in Seattle. Then you do, again, play Chicago. You have Tennessee. But our home stretch, I love, and we're going to protect the bank. You got Green Bay, the Vikings, the Texans, the Colts, and the Cowboys outside of our division rivals. I'm expecting Carolina, again, to have 3 TV games. Not going to get into the schedule prediction based off of how I see the schedule going. I will give you guys a video later. But I'm really ecstatic of what Carolina can bring to the city with having exposure. We're going to get exposure. If we get 1 game, I'll definitely be disappointed, because, again, we had the number 1 pick. We at least need to get three potential TV games with the schedule and the opponents that we have. So there's no reason why we should not sit here and have more TV games than we had the previous years. Also, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. I know they won the ring. I do think that I'm hoping that they play the Eagles to open it back up. I know when we played Denver, I did not like that matchup because I felt like it was too soon. But, I mean, shout out to Patrick Mahomes. He sat here and got a elite speed receiver out of SMU that people are going to love. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, look what they added to their off-season acquisitions, but look what they did in the draft. That's when you build your team. You build your team through the draft. You don't sit there and build your team just for getting off free agents, what they've been doing, which is kind of funny to say, but they've been able to do it from both sides, from drafting and being smart with their money and bringing in free agents that they need to bring in. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about your team. Drop your team in there. Tell me if you think your team should get more TV games. What matchups are you looking forward to throughout the season this year? Again, it is about my Panthers, man, regardless of what you say. I'm a Carolina Panther at heart. I do expect big things out of Frank Reich, Bryce Young, and his coaching staff and these players. I can't wait to see what opening night is going to bring on Thursday night for the Kansas City Chiefs to open up the season. Again, I do hear reports that we're going to sit here and possibly play the Atlanta Falcons in ATL. I'm hoping that so we can go 1-0 in the division and 1-0 to start the season. Again, it's your man C Dougie. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the share button. As always, I appreciate the prayers, appreciate all the support. One love.